I just wanted to make a quick part two, man. I'm not complaining or nothing like that. The damage has the damage has already been done already, man. You can't cry over spilled milk. But what I can say is, without the past, there's no future. You feel what I'm saying? So you saying that I was put on earth to have a good life with non-loving, irresponsible parents? No. when you're brought into the world with non-loving, irresponsible parents, you're supposed to have a bad life. You weren't supposed to have a good life, man. Because if you were supposed to have a good life, you would have been born to parents that were good, kind, loving, affectionate. But you got bad. I can see maybe you got like a bad, like if you're broke or whatever, like if you got dealt bad cards into poverty, I could see that. But you was born into poverty and you had bad parents. It wasn't like you was born into poverty and had good parents like Michael Jackson did. He was born into poverty, but he also had good, loving, kind parents. Michael Jackson would have never been the king of pop, the legend that he was, that he was, if it wasn't for his parents. Timbaland would have never been Timbaland if it wasn't for his parents, bro. So when you got parents that support you in anything that you do, bro, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna come out to be something. But when you got raggedy, stomped down, irresponsible parents that don't support you in nothing that you do, you're gonna turn out to be a nothing, bro. Most of the time, you're gonna turn out to be a zero because of who your fucking parents were, bro. It's all about who your parents were, bro. And that's why when motherfuckers who probably had parents or whatever, they'll come around and say, it's not that bad, bro. Don't blame it all on your parents, bro. You 45. I'm like, who can I blame it on, though? I didn't choose to be here, bro. They brought me here. You acting like I had a choice to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like I could choose. What's up with it? I could choose to be here or not. Man, you got no choice. You have no choice. I'm not drinking tonight either, man. I'm taking a few days off, like I said I was going to do, man. So, some people got dealt good hands. Some people got dealt bad hands. And if there was a creator, bro, he hates some people and he loves some people. That's the way it is, bro. Some people were born into the world to have a good life. Like Diddy, even though he's going through the court system and with his case and stuff with Cassie, Diddy had a good life. I don't care what nobody say, bro. That dude been rich for like 30 something years, bro. You know? He been rich for 30 something years. Never really felt the pinch, you know, when it came to finances or women. He been living good, having freak offs for years, while the rest of us suffer. Got motherfuckers that are rich that can stay focused for long periods of time and shit. Some motherfuckers ain't got that drive. They ain't got that focus, bro. Not every single person gonna be a millionaire. Not every single person gonna be a thousandaire. Some motherfuckers, they gonna have a regular job until they die, man. Just a regular, you know, working at the mall, working at Foot Locker, or being a handy repairman for the rest of their life. Becoming a truck driver for the rest of their life. Some motherfuckers are just average like that, man. You feel what I'm saying? And then a lot of us got to spend time to correct the mistakes that our parents made. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, if my parents would have got the bag when I was young, I wouldn't be out here struggling. So it's all connected to your parents, bro. If your parents would have took care of their business, bro, you wouldn't have to struggle. Like, I believe that, like, parents should, like, set their kids up on the good foot. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't set your kids up for failure, man. I believe a lot of parents, they do that on purpose. They set you up for failure, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because they want you to suffer like they did. My mom didn't like the fact that I was traveling to Brazil and I was doing martial arts. I was doing something positive. She didn't like that fact. You know what I'm saying? She never came to any of my classes. I was doing all that stuff on my own, man. Me and my parents, we were two different people, bro. We did not get along. I didn't like the way my mom thought, bro. I don't like the way my father thought. Their way of thinking and their mentality, it confused me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So once I was able to work and make my own money, I got away from that bitch. My mom got away from me quick. I came home, man, and I finally got enough money saved up to get my small apartment, right? Because I had a small apartment that I was looking at because I was trying to get away from her ass because she was a fucking bitch, bro. And she was a really bad mother and never really cared about me. So what I did was, man, I waited till she left. I packed all my stuff, bro, and I was gone. When she came home, she was mad, boy. She was mad. That's what my sister was telling me. When she came home, she was mad. She was mad that I had took all my shit out of that fucking room, bro. I got into my own apartment. I started having a better life after that. Shit, I was working. I had my own apartment. I was dressing nice. I had a car. You feel what I'm saying? I had a Honda Prelude. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best type of car, but I was getting around it and shit. I was doing my own thing, man. I didn't see them until 5 years later, bro. I disappeared from my mother for 5 years until she was having problems with a place to live, and then she come knocking on my door wanting a place to stay. So I said, okay, well, you know what? Go ahead and take the bed. I'll take the hallway with a sleeping bag. Don't worry about it. I'll just sleep in the hallway. But she come running to me. I'm like, well, didn't you try to put me in jail and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Remember you tried to put me in jail? Called the cops on me, threw me in jail. You remember that? Now you're knocking at my door because you need a place to live. until they got your voucher ready, okay? She was on that Section 8 shit, man. All the way until she died too, man. Never got past stage 1, bro. And I'm trying my best not to repeat the same things that my mother and father did, which is not seek riches, man. Get out of poverty. See the world before I die, man. Bust many nuts with beautiful women before I die. You know what I'm saying? Live a good life before I die. You feel what I'm saying? So, nah, I didn't have a really good life, bro. It was all a struggle. And I did try to come up out of poverty, bro. All that music equipment that I bought, that was supposed to have been getting out of the struggle music equipment that I bought, okay? Somehow I lost focus. I stayed with it for like 5 years, making beats, making songs, but nobody wanted to support me on it. Boy, I needed the support really badly. Went to Kansas City, Missouri, thought I could get support from my father. Nope. I didn't last 2 weeks. I got back on the bus, went back home and shit. I always started when the sun out. I think it's because of the heat, man. Shit. Whatever. So, like I said, man, you know, I wasn't meant to have a good life. Some people were meant to have good lives, bro. When I look at other people's lives, when they got a close-knit family and they give a damn about each other, I'd be like, God damn, I wish I had a family like that. I wish I was born into a family like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I wasn't, bro. I got the worst hand of the worst. That's a curse right there, by the way. You know, and that's a curse it could be breakable if you get money and get a better life for yourself. That's what I'm about. Shit. That's what I'm chasing the bag right now. To have a better life, man, than what my mother and my father could provide, you know? So we gonna get over here, man, and do my thing. And I just want to drop that quick rant, because sometimes I read the comment section and they saying, well, you know, don't blame it on your mother and father. You're a grown ass man. But I'm like, hey, who brought me here? So who's the real blame for me to be struggling financially when your parents are supposed to have that covered by the time you are born, okay? Your parents are supposed to have their shit together by the time you're born. They're not supposed to be having you broke and shit like that. You know, you didn't get a head start in life. You got a head setback. You got a setback in life. You was born with a setback, bro. Like I said, man, how you come into the world is a gamble. It's like a crap game, bro. You know, you hoping that dice will land on something good. When that dice gets thrown on the table, you hoping that'll land on something good. Nope. You got the worst of the worst crap out. Like, goddamn. That's why casinos make so much money, man, because most of the time you're gonna lose, bro. You see what I'm saying? I think I might work out today, man. Yeah, I'm gonna work out a little bit. My face gets swollen up when I drink. I saw my face last night on the live, and I said, damn, my face is swollen from the drinking and stuff. Drinking, it swells your face up. But then, see, the thing is, what happens is because our parents, they failed to step up and give us a good life or a better life, that we got to do it for them. You feel what I'm saying? We got to go through the hustle and the bustle, and the struggle to make it better when your parents couldn't do it. But if you could do it, okay, fine. You got a better life. But it's still not going to take away the past. Even if you become rich and successful, you're still going to have that damn, I wish I would have came up in a good family. That type of vibe right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a horrible childhood, man. Bad childhood. We was poor. I couldn't even afford all the Ninja Turtles. When you can't, afford all of the Ninja Turtles and Master Splinter and Shredder, when you can't get that for your child, you are poor. You're dusty poor, bro. Because those Ninja Turtles, man, they only costed like $7 a piece. And all I had was Angelo. Throughout the whole entire, that was it. I wanted the collection. I wanted Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael. Especially I wanted Raphael because I found him more interesting. Because he had a temper like I did when I was young. You feel what I'm saying? I can relate to Michelangelo and Raphael. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get all of the Ninja Turtles for your kids. You're not supposed to just get one. No, get all of the Ninja Turtles. Give them Michelangelo, Donatello. Even give him Master Splinter. Even give him, I forgot the name of that big ass giant with the little brain in the stomach. Oh, Ninja Turtles. Give him Shredder. Buy him Shredder, man. Because if you can't buy all your kids, if you can't buy your kids all of the Ninja Turtles, then you got no business having kids. You just broke for no reason. Like, you so broke, you can't afford all Ninja Turtles? The action figures and stuff? So broke that you can't afford, you ain't supposed to be having no kids, man. If you can't afford to buy your kid a car for their 16-year-old birthday, you got no business having kids. Anyway, I'm about to end this live. You guys have a good day. I just wanted to make a short live, bro. What's up with it? What's up with it, Captain, Commander? You know what I'm saying? And me too, bro. My dad had money, but he spent it on the women he was cheating with. Preach. Yep. Yeah, man. Rotten parents, bro. You was dealt a bad hand. A bad hand. You get dealt a bad hand, and then you go through life with that shit attached to you, man. And you can never get rid of it. Even if you become rich, it's gonna be like, God damn, I hated my father. It's gonna be one of those moments. Watch. Even if you get the bag, you'll be like, man, this still ain't covering up the shit that I went through. But it's better than struggling for the rest of my life. Anyway, you guys have a good day. I'm out.